Every time I'm excited about some sort of release, whether that's an album or a book or a movie, and it's an awaited release, I already know that my For You page will be flooded with people talking about how terrible and chaotic it is. And I have to admit, it makes me a little bit miserable every time. Or, for example, when I finish a book and I search it up on Goodreads to make that satisfying little check off, I quickly go and check the reviews to see what people think of it. And there's always so much hate. Not someone just critiquing the book, but genuine hate. And with all of that, I keep asking myself, does anyone love anything anymore? Before Euphoria season 3 aired, I knew that I had to rewatch the first two seasons because I couldn't remember that much anymore, and I just wanted to watch all seasons together for it to feel a bit more consistent. But I genuinely didn't even want to start because every time I opened, didn't matter which social media app, people talked about how awful Euphoria became and the season absolutely flopped and it ruined the whole show. I just kept seeing pictures or videos of Cassie in the dog costume and all of this hate. So it took me a long time to start watching. And as I finished season 3, man, I knew that social media once again failed me. I personally loved this season. I thought it was so good. Of course, it was different. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it was a very good season and incredibly good show with nuanced, flawed characters. And it's not just Euphoria, right? It's with everything. And am I easily influenced? Of course, I'm just a little sheep. So, why does it appear to be the case that everyone hates everything on social media? Well, hate is a strong emotion, right? And it's an easy emotion, I think, anyway. And it's a clickable emotion. You can create shocking titles and good thumbnails out of it. On platforms that compete for attention constantly, these strong emotions give you a reason to stop scrolling and to listen. If there's a title that's called "This movie was so good" versus "This movie is a disaster, here's why," the second one obviously creates the question of why is it so bad? And you click and you want to find out. So that anger creates more curiosity. And it's not always the case that the creator hates on everything per se, but I think many people on social media realize that a negative framing creates a better video, sadly, a lot of the times. When you critique something, often there might be more material to think or talk about. Yes, if you liked a piece of media, critique might generate a bit more arguments. And when something new comes out, someone makes a video about how much they dislike it, it gets views, other creators notice and might follow along. And then suddenly my For You page is flooded with people hating Euphoria, and my joy flies out the window, and I don't want to watch it anymore because it feels like the internet already saved me from wasting my time because this season is so horrible. Again, I am a sheep. I just follow what the internet says. And don't get me wrong, I think criticism is good. It's important when it comes to, well, anything, but especially art and media. We need to talk about the things we consume and how they influence us and what they want to tell us. But when it's 200 TikToks saying, the Barbie movie sucked, it was horrible and a waste of time, instead of having like a little bit of nuance and some conversation around why they think it sucked, a lot of important conversation just gets lost. So I'm asking myself if we've created an environment where criticism or straight up hate is more rewarding than appreciation. Anger is so easy to shout into the world, and it most likely gets an echo. A reaction is provoked. In this chaotic world, negative emotions, and especially anger, such an easy emotion to see. We are very spoiled with things we have access to. Maybe we're also a little bit overflooded with the media today. Back in the day, there were so little movies coming out. Now you have so many movies in the cinema almost weekly. And, let's not even talk about streaming services where you have new content like almost daily. Not all of those movies can be super high quality or be held at a certain level. And we also have platforms like Rotten Tomatoes, Letterboxd, Goodreads, or YouTube reviews. So there's a lot of encouragement to evaluate the experience immediately and also to see all of these different opinions. We have a lot more insight into the production and the behind the scenes. So we're much more media literate. It's much easier to identify flaws and then start seeing them everywhere. People are much more educated when it comes to these things. It's not just, oh, a new movie comes out every month. I will surely enjoy it because it's so exciting. Now we have so much, so it's easier to look at it with a critical view because we don't have to wait so long for every piece of media and entertainment. We also get interviews with the directors, with the writers, with the editors, and the actors. We are often almost a part of the movie making, so the anticipation can really build up. There's no more isolation when it comes to the artwork. We're constantly shown the whole machinery behind it. Might make it a bit more difficult when it comes to experiencing the thing on its own. And also when there's constantly drama behind the scenes, I think that can also really spoil especially movies and shows. And again, we have so much media existing. So for example, when the new Spider-Man movie comes out, right? It's not just the new Spider-Man movie, but a comparison to every Spider-Man movie ever made, and then probably every superhero movie ever made. So there's this huge catalog it has to stand against. And when you watch a movie and let's say you identify a flaw, it might feel like you figured something out. So you're not just a consumer, but someone who sees right through it all. Online, being the person who sees through something can become a form of status. While everyone liked it, I noticed why it's actually terrible. That might be a cool thing to say. And again, not saying that criticism is bad. I think it's extremely important, especially when it comes to art. But it's just not good when that criticism moves towards cynicism. That's a whole different mindset. And the bar always keeps moving. So something might feel good, you might have enjoyed it, but you've probably also already seen better. Keeping that mindset also might just feel a little bit safer because criticism at the end of the day can feel a lot safer than sincerity. I don't know if you've ever been judged for your taste in whatever, but I got bullied a lot, especially for my music taste. And of course, it doesn't feel good. I used to feel so scared to voice my opinion, to share my interest, because I got made fun of so much. When you stand in a room and you tell someone about your love for, let's say, a certain band, they can make fun of you. They can tell you that your taste is terrible. And you've shared something about yourself which makes you an easy target. And while it might be about something as simple as your music taste, it can be really, really hard hitting when that music means a lot to you and people tease you for it. And there was also this period in my life where I had this image that hating on something is cool. As an angsty teenager who got bullied a lot, I took on this hateful outlook on life and thought that this mindset is admirable. But I've realized that it's just lazy. It's lazy to hate on anything and everything. It takes a lot of guts to stand up for something. And maybe the internet hasn't made us hate everything. Maybe it has made us feel like everything needs to be judged deeply.